Hi dear classmates, a pleasant good afternoon everyone. Today I'll be presenting about the features of qualitative research. When I say features, I am referring to the characteristics. There are 6 characteristics I'll be talking about. The first one is natural setting. Qualitative researchers often collect data in the field at the site where participants experience the issue or problem under study. Qualitative researchers gather close information by actually talking directly to people and seeing them behave and act. In natural setting, the researchers have face-to-face interaction over time. The second characteristic is researcher as key instrument. This is referring to the qualitative researchers, which they collect data themselves through examining documents, observing behaviors, and interviewing participants. They may use an instrument, but it is one designed by the researcher using open-ended questions. They do not tend to use or rely on questionnaires or instruments developed by other researchers. I repeat again the 3 main keys in this characteristic. Qualitative researchers collect data themselves through examining documents, observing behaviors, and interviewing participants. Those are very important for you to understand and to remember. Third characteristic, multiple methods. Qualitative researchers typically gather multiple forms of data, such as interviews, observations, and documents. 3 of them: interviews, observation, and documents, rather than rely on a single data source. Then they review all of the data and make use of it, organizing it into categories or themes that cut across all of the data sources. The fourth characteristic is complex reasoning. Qualitative researchers build their patterns, categories, and themes from bottom to top by organizing the data inductively into increasingly more abstract units of information. This inductive process involves researchers working back and forth between the themes and the database until they establish a comprehensive set of themes. It may also involve collaborating with the participants interactively so that they have a chance to shape the themes or abstractions that emerge from the process. Researchers also use deductive thinking in being checked against that data. The deductive logic process means that the qualitative research uses complex reasoning skills throughout the process of research. Another key detail. This is very important to remember. The deductive logic process means that the qualitative researcher uses complex reasoning skills throughout the process of research. Fifth characteristic, participants' meaning. In the entire qualitative research process, the researchers keep a focus on learning the meaning that the participants hold about the problem or issue, not the meaning that the researchers bring to the research or writer from the literature. The participant meanings further suggest multiple perspectives on a topic and diverse views. This is why a team developing in a qualitative report should reflect multiple perspectives of the participants in the study. Now, we're down to the final characteristics. The sixth one is emergent design. The research process for qualitative researcher is emergent. This means the initial plan for research cannot be tightly prescribed, and that all phases of the process may change or shift after the researchers enter the field and begin to collect data. For example, the questions may change, the forms of data collection may be altered, and the individual studies and the site visited may be modified during the process of conducting the study. The key idea behind qualitative research is to learn about the problem or issue from participants and engage in the best practices to obtain that information. Those were the 6 characteristics of qualitative research.